Next up, we have the 2017 Knoll Riesling from Lahoma Vineyards, which hopefully you've come to know by now is one of our kind of flagship wines that we make. It is, kind of our ode to just a big, bold, kind of full-bodied dry Riesling here in the Finger Lakes.
So the Knoll is a small 2-acre parcel within Lahoma Vineyard. It's a special site from the moment it was planted. You could tell that the vines looked different. They look different when we go out into the vineyard every year. It's a little rise, as the name would imply. It is a knoll within the vineyard site itself, which is great for any number of reasons. But in the Finger Lakes, where we're usually trying to extend our ripening season as long as possible, disease pressure can be an issue, and there's no better way to naturally get rid of water than to have a little bit of a rise in the land. It helps drain the water away, it helps air move through the vines a little bit easier, and that really lets us maximize the potential of this fruit.
And knowing that the Knoll, we've worked with in the past and that it has this capacity to be like a big full-bodied dry Riesling, we do a little bit of extra work with it in the cellar as well. And by work, we're really not adding anything to the wine. We just let it have a little bit of extended skin contact when it's cold soaking. He gets a full 3 days at about like 35 degrees Fahrenheit before getting pressed off. And then, of course, it likes to take its time because it's a spontaneous fermentation, nice, long, slow fermentation. Usually ends up somewhere in June or July.
2017 was a relatively cool vintage and late ripening. With the Knoll, that gives us something a little bit more intriguing to work with. Sometimes with the Knoll, we're dealing with really ripe fruit where we have to start being aware of the potential alcohol. In this instance, we could hang the fruit into late October and get really clean fruit in and know that the wine was going to finish at that classic sort of 12.5% alcohol mark, but still with all of the personality and texture and weight that we love from this site.